On today's video, we're gonna talk about the Jawbreaker jig and why I think it is the one bladed jig out there that gives the jackhammer a run for its money. Stay tuned, it's coming up. Alrighty y'all, Lou here from Beyond the Bounds. This is a channel geared towards bass fishing gear reviews and tournament footage. So if you like that sort of thing, hit that subscribe button up top. Let's get into today's topic, which is talking about the Jawbreaker jig and why I think it gives the jackhammer a run for its money. So as always, I like to give you my setup that I'm throwing this on. This is the TP1 series by Lews with a custom speed spool SLP series, 7:5 gear ratio. Absolutely love this reel and rod combo by Lews. It's something that I've put a lot of fish on, and I finally feel that, you know, I've got enough time with it in the boat that I can talk about this setup, talk about this jig as well. I don't like to get things and then just immediately review those. I think those are a complete waste of time because you need to spend time with both the rod, reel, and the jig and other jigs or whatever you're fishing. You need to spend time with it and have time on the water and be able to back that up with true experience. So let's get into this bladed jig, the Jawbreaker by Advantage Bait Company, and why I think it's truly a winner that you need to have on your boat. First and foremost, what I really like about this jig is this bladed jig, this Chatterbait, if you will, is it's got a number 5 Mustad Ultra Point hook. It's a very stout hook. There's zero bend in this hook. I mean, just the slightest of bend in this hook. Got a decent keeper on there for your trailers and good skirt material as well. The skirt on this has a nice little thick part that kind of comes out, a little thick piece of skirt, and that gives you just a different appeal to this bait. It's almost like it's got a trailer built into it, but I like to put different kinds of trailers on there depending on what I'm throwing. You see that I've got a Magic Shad there by Lake Fork Trophy Lures. I use Berkeley, I use Strike King Raid Swimmers. You name it. If it's a trailer that I think is gonna work, I'm gonna put it on there. You know, I've gotten really good hookups with this. The real claim to fame for this and why I think it's truly a step above a lot of the other bladed jigs on the market is this head design coupled with the blade design. Let's talk about the most important part of this jig and why it stands apart and why it's a true competitor to the jackhammer. What you have with this Jawbreaker bladed jig is that you have a blade design that has a serrated edge. Now this serrated edge really helps cut through grass very effectively, very efficiently. You've got a great line tie to a metal O-ring here that will, when it does get hung up, it will engage with a good pop. Like I have not ever had this come back to the boat without the blade being engaged, because a good pop will always set this blade straight, which is pretty phenomenal. But the true claim to fame is this little part of the design right here. As you see, it's got these parts that protrude down below the normal blade area. And what that does is that creates a knocking sound against the head. Now, I haven't had any of the heads chip yet, and I've been using them pretty much non-stop 100% of the time. This is now my go-to chatterbait on the Potomac, unless I'm running something else like a weedless jig by Z-Man, because I like those because of their versatility. When this thing is running, it's creating a knocking sound against the head, and that knocking sound gives you something that's unique because that's going to give you vibration from the blade, but it's also going to give you that knocking sound, which is very similar to a crankbait. So now you've combined a crankbait with a bladed jig, and that's what makes this truly something that's going to stand out beyond the other chatterbaits and bladed jigs that are available. Now, according to the manufacturer's website, they call this extreme flash technology with this bladed jig. Just sounds like marketing fluff to me, albeit, you know, I will say that this thing does make a good clacking sound when this thing is rattling in the water. This blade does produce a great deal of flash when it's running in the water. I mean, this is just a great combo to throw. And I'll put the links down in the description so that you can find these on Tackle Warehouse. If you're looking for that next jig to throw, that next bladed jig or chatterbait that you want to pick up, definitely check out the Advantage Bait Company Jawbreaker bladed jig. I guarantee you, you're gonna be impressed with this. You're gonna order more, and you know, give them a good review on Tackle Warehouse, because I think this is something that not a lot of people know about, and it's a very unique bladed jig out there by a good company. And finally, you know, I'm not affiliated with this company in any means whatsoever. I just see it as a great opportunity to provide you with new information about a bladed jig that you might not necessarily have known about or decided to try. And you know, I can guarantee you that this will put fish in the boat. It's my go-to bladed jig of choice now, especially on the Potomac. It gives me something different that not everybody is throwing. So guys, check this out. Go to Tackle Warehouse, links down in the description below, and pick you up a few of these. Hopefully I can pick me up some before y'all pick them up. You know, I can get me a few more of these in the boat, because this is basically my bladed jig of choice. I guarantee you this is gonna work. It's helped me put a lot of fish in the boat, and I highly recommend this bladed jig Jawbreaker by Advantage Bait Company. So guys, thanks for watching this video. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all have a good one.